that Kanavos show, everyone. I am your host, Kathleen O'Keefe Kanavos, but my friends all call me Kat, so I hope you will too. I am the co-author of Dreams That Can Save Your Life, Early Warning Signs of Cancer and Other Diseases, which is right there behind me. And I want to talk about a really, really important part of dreaming, and that is setting your dream intention. If you've never heard of this before, in the book, in chapter 30, Ways to Remember Your Dreams, it is part of Ways to Remember Your Dreams. And the reason setting your intention is so important is if you write it down in your dream journal before you go to sleep, or even just set it in your head before you go to sleep, if you have a dream that answers or pertains to that intention, it's going to kind of wake you up a little while you're dreaming, which creates a lucid dream. And those of you who want to become lucid dreamers, that's one of the ways it can help you become a lucid dreamer. When you set that intention and then you see it in your dream, it's easier to pull it back into your waking world with you and write it down in your dream journal. That way you can look at all of the significant symbols that are in that dream, if there are symbols. So I want to tell a dream that I had. I set my intention, which is part of chapter 30, So Dream. The first part, set your intention. A very, very good friend of mine died about a year ago this time. I think it was this week. And she was my tennis partner. She was one of my best friends. We were together a lot. I had known her for over 20 years. She used to go to Anguilla with me when I was out there with my working on a project. Her husband and she would come out and visit me. We had so much fun. And then she came down with a very strange form of leukemia, very, very rare. And she died very shortly after she was diagnosed. And I haven't seen her in my dreams in a very long time. While she was going through treatment, I saw her a lot. We would share the dream realm together because we were on different coasts, and I couldn't go visit her at the hospital. Even if I couldn't. They had her in quarantine. So I set my intention to see her in my dreams, and then I went to sleep. And during the night, in the middle of a dream, she just walked into the dream. And she said, "Hey, you want to go get a drink?" And, we used to love to go and get our martinis and our Cosmos or our lemon drops at a restaurant before we would have dinner. We loved being together and doing things like dinner together. We had like a ritual. And so I said, yes, in the dream. So we got into this really beautiful booth in a restaurant. It was a leather booth, and it had those, it was like overstuffed leather, really comfortable. And we were sitting next to each other, and the drinks came, and I had my martini with my olives in it. She had a martini glass, and she only had like carrots and celery, thinly cut, really beautifully done in the martini glass. And I said, where's the liquid? And she goes, "Oh, I don't drink over here anymore." And I said, "You don't?" She goes, "No, but I really do like the veggies." And she started eating the veggies while I was drinking my Cosmo or my martini. And then the dream shifted. We finished our drinks and we were getting down from the booth that we were in this beautiful restaurant, and the dream shifted. And when I woke up the next morning, the first thing I thought was, I saw her. I saw her in my dream. And it had to be real, because if I had just made that dream up because I wanted to see her, I would have seen her with a big martini in her hand. But she didn't have one, because for some reason, she doesn't drink on the other side. And I don't know why. But it was wonderful being with her. I was so relaxed. We were watching the people in the restaurant. We were just watching what was going on. And we just enjoyed spending time in space together in the dream realm. So my point is, have you lost someone that you really would like to see again in the dream realm? Maybe it was your mother or your father or a sibling or even a child. Set your intention. The universe is always listening. And I was lucky. I had that dream that sometimes it takes a couple of nights, or it could even be a week before you have that dream with that person, because maybe that person's really on the other side. And they have to make time to show up in your dream with you. But here's another really important aspect to setting that intention. Write the dream down, because there's going to be something in that dream that's going to be a trigger to you that that person was real. In my case, it was that she didn't have a real martini, because she would have had at least one, if not more. And the fact that she, was happy to see me. And another fact was she looked much younger. She looked so healthy, and she looked like she was in her late teens. When we die and we go to the other side, we don't stay old or decrepit, we go back to our prime. And that's one of the things you want to look for. Have they gone back to their prime? Do they look really great? What did they say to you that was something you would not have known? I would never have known that she doesn't drink on the other side. So that's what you look for when you're looking for your dream, or you're looking for your visitation in your dream, or to see if your intention has been answered. I know that was a lot of information, but like I said, you can always go to the book, Dreams That Can Save Your Life. It was written with Duke University medical radiologist, Dr. Larry Burke. We wrote the book together. And chapter 30, page 162, is ways to remember your dreams. And one of it talks about your setting your intention in so dream. So I want to thank you for being with me again on the Kat Kanavos Show. I love it when it's just you and me together on the show, and we can just kind of chat. Like, maybe we should have a martini right now, right? But it's a little bit early for me, but it's it's happy hour somewhere in the world. So thanks for being on the show with me. This show will be turned into an article for BizCat 360 and for Pathos, and it will go on to Medium, and all of those links will be available on the Kat Kanavos Show and the Kathleen O'Keefe Kanavos author page. Join us again later today. We have 2 other guests at 5 Pacific time and 5:30 Pacific time. You don't want to miss them. They're going to be great. One of them is going to be talking about the time of our lives. So it's kind of memories, a little bit of what I'm talking about now, going back and revisiting, but instead of in the dream world, it's in our memories. Join us again every Tuesday at 5 Pacific time, 8 Eastern Standard Time. And you can learn more about me on my website, KathleenO'KeefeCanvas.com, or you can put into the search engine at the top of your computer, Dream Queen, and I will come up. Until then, till next time, thanks a million. And remember, everyone dreams, but some dreams save lives. Good night, everyone.